Hello everyone. Yes, it is I, Lawrence with an A. Sadly, this will be our last Bossley Buzz.
Hi all, my name is Charlotte. Yeah, it is sad to admit that this is our last Bossley Buzz. I really enjoyed this year, and even though we didn't spend a lot of time at school, we still had fun.
This year was a wild ride because of our lockdown, which led us to our remote learning days, weeks, then months.
I know, not being at school was really difficult since we were learning from home and were in many different learning spaces.
Speaking of lots of different spaces, the threatened species known as the orange-bellied parrot is losing its home. The orange-bellied parrot is one of only a few migratory parrot species in the world, and it is critically endangered.
Only a few orange-bellied parrots remain in the wild, and they are terribly close to extinction. It is believed that this will occur within the next 3 years. The parrot's breed is Melaleuca, on Tasmania's west coast, where they eat button grass seeds. There are roughly 50 orange-bellied parrots living in the wild and 320 in captivity. So unfortunately, in the not too distant future, this species faces extinction in the wild.
That's so sad. I hope our generation can do a lot better when it comes to sharing this amazing world. On a more positive note, let's move on to Aaliyah and Mami with a look at school life.
Thanks, Charlotte and Lawrence. I believe a lot of positives will happen as we continue to learn. Speaking of learning, here's some trivia for you. Our school goes back a long time, all the way back to the 1890s.
That's right, this school started out with 22 students, and the very first teacher of our school was Adina Henry, who was only 22 years old before the school was closed down due to failing enrollments.
But the school came back a year later stronger with more facilities. Ever since then, the school's enrollments have been rising.
Like a Year 5 building, which was built in 1960 to increase the number of students in 2007 and 2008. Basketball court was covered and the large vegetable patch was established, and the water tanks were put in.
Now, with just over 400 students in our school, we have come a long way since 1890.
Yeah, we have. Imagine going back in a time machine with a backpack filled with electronics such as an iPad, smartphone, or computer.
Or an interactive smartboard.
That's a big backpack.
I never said it would go in the backpack. You'll be holding it.
Okay, why am I holding it?
Because I don't want to.
Fine, let's now hear from Kim and Layla with a review of the year.
Obviously, you won't forget me. Before we get into some more laughs, let's have a look at some of the highlights for 2021.
And we're not talking about your jokes, right?
Correct. But they've been pretty good lately. Seriously, there have been so many great things that have happened this year that it felt like yesterday when we had the swimming carnival or worked on our first Bossley Buzz.
I remember that. I was terrified. This year was a bit of a struggle, with some ups and downs, but we had a lot of positives too.
You're right. It's now time for a good old-fashioned
Flashback. In term 1, we had the Easter hat parade, where students walked around to show off their fabulous hats. I'm kind of glad that we still do that, because being in Year 6, we are supposed to be grown up, and that moment I feel like a little kid.
Oh yeah, I love that day. My favorite part was the visit from the Easter Bunny. Hey, where does the Easter Bunny get its eggs?
Oh no, you couldn't help yourself. Well,
from an eggplant.
Moving on from that, remember the dance fever lesson that we did with Milo, Feifei, Brooke, Jazzy and Maddie in term 2? Kinda disappointed that due to COVID, we couldn't show our dances.
Cheer up, Kim. There will be some opportunities at the Year 6 farewell formal to show off our new dance moves. Hey, what's the best dance that goes with chips?
No, not going there, Layla. Early on, Year 5 and Year 3 all sat for the NAP plan. We hope they did extremely well, and we all completed a check-in assessment. Speaking of a challenge, remember the athletic carnival?
That was so fun,
right?
A friendly competition against kids your own age. Run a few races, they said. It'll be fun, they said. 800 meters? No, not fun. But playing old school games like Rub the Nest and Tug of War? Priceless. Running the cross-country carnival at school wasn't too bad. Actually, it was easier than I thought.
Remember that part where you...
Kim, too much detail. Get to the good stuff.
And let's not forget, this was the term that the debating team had won the first debate against Smithfield West Public School. It all happened because of Chloe, Charlotte, Rihanna, Shrianka, Miss Tang, Miss Sadik, Miss Lee, and Miss Sahara. Champion team.
Unfortunately, in term 3, many activities and events were cancelled due to the lockdown. Luckily, we returned shortly after the beginning of term 4, so you still had the chance for face-to-face learning and communicating with your classmates.
Overall, there were good and bad things that happened this year, but we all experienced it together. Oh, and did we also mention photography?
Well, anyway, 2 lucky people have done amazing things in photography, such as the Capture Fair Food competition. Lots of people have entered from our school and made it to highly commended and have been mentioned too. But a special congrats to Emma Damasio for making it to 3rd place with this glorious photo. And another round of applause to Layla Rose Moshi for winning the Sydney Life's photography competition with this beautiful picture in front of Marconi.
Well, this is some good memories to look back at. And on that note, our time is up.
Wait, no, I need one joke!
Layla and Kim, signing off.
Thanks, Kim and Layla. We all know that we haven't had the best year, but at least we have been back at school and having a lot of fun with our friends.
Let's talk to Celia and Damara, 2 of our house captains, to hear their thoughts about 2021. How did you feel coming out of lockdown?
Well, Isla, I felt happy because when I was in lockdown, it wasn't so fun, and now that we're doing physical learning, it's way better because we get to be in one room with all our friends and the rest of our classmates and our teachers.
Do you prefer staying at home or coming to school?
I prefer coming to school because you get more help than staying at home, and you see your friends more than staying at home. How did home learning impact you and your friends?
During lockdown, I had to speak with them via safe platforms on the internet, so it wasn't as good as speaking in person.
You learn any cool things at home?
Yes, I did a lot of baking with my grandma, and I walked my dog almost every day, if it wasn't raining. So yeah, it was actually very exciting.
What advice do you have for the next year sixes? Well, all year sixes should enjoy every bit that they have. They should enjoy all experience, like going on excursions or going camping.
But whilst having fun and enjoying your time, you should also be respectful to your teachers and peers.
That's it from Celia and Damara, and that's it from us. Now moving on to a message from Mrs. Buzz.
Hi boys and girls, parents and caregivers. It's our last Bossley Buzz for 2021, and I want to start by saying a huge thank you to our Bossley Buzz News Crew and to Miss Benatel and Miss Morrow for everything that they have done this year with making sure our communication from school gets back to you guys. What a year it has been, a year like no other. From learning in semester 1 to then learning from home and then to returning to face-to-face learning. I must say we couldn't have done it without the support of our parents and caregivers this year. During the remote learning from home time and then back here as we return to face-to-face learning, our parents and caregivers have been so cooperative, and we greatly appreciate everything that you have done. The children showed great resilience, and I couldn't have been prouder. Our teachers have had a massive year too, always putting the children first. So thank you, teachers. As the year draws to a close, there are a lot of things still happening around school. We are busy forming our classes for 2022. So parents and caregivers, if you intend to move during the Christmas break, or if you are returning late at the start of 2022 to school, having an extended holiday, please make sure you call the school office and let us know. If there's also anyone out there that you know who will be starting kindergarten next year, they need to contact the office as soon as possible as well. It's been a busy few weeks. Last week we had our PBL Awards Day, and it was a great opportunity to congratulate our students who have been safe, respectful and active learners this year. On Friday night we said goodbye to our Year 6 at their Year 6 farewell. I want to congratulate our outgoing Year 6 and wish them all the very best for their future endeavours. So this week we have Presentation Day. Unfortunately, due to COVID restrictions, we can only have one grade at a time for Presentation Day, and we have been able to send a link to the recording to the families of the students who have received awards. We're also having our Party Day. Party Day again is a little bit different. Unfortunately, we can't go down to Hoyt's to enjoy a movie. Instead, we'll have a movie in our classroom and our party food at school. It'll be a great way for the students to celebrate their year of learning. So on Wednesday, our reports for semester 2 will also be going home. They will look different, of course, due to COVID-19 and remote learning from home. The reports will focus on the outcomes that the students have achieved in semester 2. There will be a reflection about how the students felt on their remote learning at home as well. We have a lot of works happening during the Christmas break. So just to name a few, we are being part of an LED lighting program, so we're hoping to come back to new lighting throughout the school. We are also going to be having our new asphalt laid. It's going to be rubber softball on the ball games asphalt, so we're looking forward to that going down. Also, we'll hopefully have a car park for the staff installed during our holiday break. I have a few staff updates for you as well. As you are aware, Mrs. Rodas is just about ready to have another baby, so she will finish the year with us. We wish Mrs. Rodas and Mr. Rodas all the very best for their upcoming birth of their baby. In 2022, Mr. Rodas will be continuing in his role at Marion Heights Public School, and we wish him all the very best for that year. Unfortunately, we're also saying goodbye to a few of our staff members as well. Mrs. Escobar has been successful at interview, and she will be starting a new promotional position at another school next year. We wish Mrs. Escobar all the very best, and we thank her for everything that she has done over her 9 years at Bossley Park Public School. She will be missed. Unfortunately, we've also had to say goodbye to Mrs. Henman. Mrs. Henman has been working in our office since 1985. So the last 37 years of her life, she has been at Bossley Park caring for our community and our students. So we wish Mrs. Henman all the very best in retirement. We're also saying goodbye to Mr. Henman. Mr. Henman has been a casual general assistant at our school for many years too. Mr. Henman has spent a lot of time looking after our gardens, making our school look beautiful. He will be sadly missed. We also said our official goodbye to Mrs. Vo. Mrs. Vo, or Miss Han, as some of you may recall her, has taken up her teaching position full-time in Victoria. We wish her all the very best. So boys and girls, school will finish for all of you on Thursday this week. We want you to make sure that you have a very restful break. We want you to keep safe and well. We want you to be kind to your families and caregivers. Everyone has had a really busy year. We're all very tired, and we want to make sure that everyone does have a well-deserved break. School recommences for 2022 on Tuesday, the 1st of February. So if you are in years 1 to 6, you will come back on the Tuesday, the 1st of February. The children who are starting kindergarten at Bossley Park Public School in 2022 will join us on the Wednesday and the Thursday, the 2nd and the 3rd of February. So without any more to do, I'd love to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Make sure you stay safe and have a great break. Bye.
George. Hello, it's me, Jack.
And I'm Emma.
It's hard to believe that this is the last Bossley Buzz of the year.
I agree. It feels like only yesterday when we first started filming our Bossley News. I guess that shows you how a global pandemic can really speed up time. Whoever thought that time would fly past so fast while being at home?
Indeed, I'm really going to miss all the events and the moments that have created great memories in the school, sort of like a nostalgia slideshow.
Being online was definitely a new and different experience for us students. Filming the Bossley Buzz from home was also a fun and worth it opportunity that I'll never forget. It really put our skills to the test, as we had to interact and communicate with our fellow SRCs by typing and working on our research and scripts from home, along with uploading and downloading files as we were in lockdown.
Lockdown was kind of a challenge, one that was worth it. I believe all the obstacles we faced helped us with better problem solving, like when your computer just shuts down randomly. It helped us improve our typing, something that will come in handy when we're older. Even though outside it was havoc, for some of us it was a gift in disguise. At least we could eat whenever we wanted. But all good things come to an end, so we're back at school now, able to see everyone once again. As well as film our final Bossley Buzz at school, we also have high school to look for. Not all going to the same high school, and obviously we'll continue to grow, change, and strive to be better, but at least we can say that we got to be kids. Who doesn't like a hug from the Easter Bunny? Can't see that happening in high school corridors.
You're right about that. No more book week dress-ups.
No more staying inside when it's raining.
And no more Just Dance.
Next year we go back to being the babies of the school.
I'm missing primary school already. Let's just think positive. So, for the time we did have on the Bossley Buzz at school, what I mostly enjoyed was when it came to filming. We got to sit behind a table, looking all professional with a microphone and trying to perfect our lines. Sometimes we got a bit muddled up when speaking and started laughing. But that was one of the things that made it really fun to be a part of, and the reason those memories will stay with us for so long. And one thing I won't forget is seeing Miss Banatel's MacBook. I just love MacBooks.
You're right about all the live stream filming. Just wait until the bloopers come out into the public. Well, I guess we're coming to the end of our final Bossley Buzz for 2021. I hope you all enjoyed our news reports over the year and wish next year's Bossley Buzz crew all the best.
Same here. Now, there's only one more thing left to do. I say Bossley!
You say Buzz.
Bossley!
Buzz!
Bossley!
Buzz!
When I say Bossley!
You say Buzz.
Bossley!
Buzz!
Bossley!
Buzz!
And remember, Bossley, keep